It's Halloween. It's a shoot the shit with DSP on spooky Halloween. And I'm gonna tell you, I've got adult children now, and I miss the square pumpkin and I miss spookily ookly, which is roly poly oly. That is dating me. I'm getting old. I tell you what. Hopefully you've got a favorite family transition. What am I thinking? Tradition that makes you happy here on Halloween. I will tell you, we've got two small dogs now. Mine, my mom's dog, and so we're probably going to hide from the trick-or-treaters this year because the doorbell and all the kids make them go absolutely bananas. And so we're going to be bah humbug this year and just kind of hiding watching a movie. But with that said, doesn't mean I don't love Halloween and love you guys. Hey, welcome to Shoot the Shit with DSP. Now is your time to make sure you're logged into your Google account, your YouTube account. They're synonymously the same thing, so you can participate in the chat. We're going to see that we've got things working here. I've got Caleb in the house. Caleb says good morning. Good morning to you as well. It is awesome to have you. My friend, Ian McCall, good morning from California. Hey, Ian, I committed to the race, so I will see you this December. Literally, I'm going to go do the 2-day seminar on the 3rd and the 4th, travel on the 5th to your location, and I think I race on that Sunday. So hopefully that Friday night or Saturday, some point in time, I'll come see you, and I will be in town. I'll be in your restaurant, brother. Let's see how we're doing here on time. If you are joining, make sure you do me a favor, say hi. And I know it is Halloween, so we might be a little light, but this is going to be recorded, as it always is, so you can replay it at any given time. Let us I hit the wrong thing. See what happens? I said thank you, and I was gone. No, we're good. I wanted to zoom in. We're going to get ourselves started here. Let's get going. Welcome to Shoot the Shit with DSP. STS with DSP happens every Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, live on YouTube, travel schedule permitting. We're going to invest about 30 minutes out of your day to get pumped about the upcoming weekend, get excited about crushing your goals, and finding the motivation to be the best you possible. Plus, I'll answer your burning questions. I'm Dave Scott Peters, creator of the Restaurant Prosperity Formula, and your coach. As a reminder, as I try and get YouTube and all these things to work, and I hit the transition out, but we're still in, don't worry about that. Ignore that part. It is your time to make sure you're logged into your Google account, your YouTube account. They're synonymously the same thing, so you can participate. Just like Mary is, well, let me kind of go backwards here. Cancel. I've got Mary in the house. Good morning, Mary. Awesome to have you. As always, I've got David Lane in the house. Happy Halloween to you, my friend. And I've got my friend Ian going, let's go, because he knows I'm going to be in his store. Let's get started. Restaurant Pro, let's talk truth. When it comes to running your restaurant, you fall into one of 4 categories. You're either a winger, a dabbler, a know-it-all, or you're committed to mastery. Today we're unpacking each one of them, calling out the hard truths and showing you exactly what it takes to move from chaos to control. Here's the deal. Your restaurant, well, their results, they're not random. They're a reflection of how you show up every single day. You might think it's the market, labor, or luck, but it's not. It's your approach. And your approach fits, well, neatly into one of 4 archetypes. The good news is, you can change it the second you get honest with yourself. You know this one, the winger. The winger lives by gut feel. They feel their way through ordering, scheduling, problem solving. They'll tell you, I don't need systems. I've been doing this for 20 years. And yet every week feels like a coin flip. Payroll swings, food cost spikes, you get the picture. They take a day off and the whole place catches fire. I coached a restaurant pro named Todd who fit this to a T. He and his partner opened a 3rd franchise location. Great food, killer concept, but no systems. No checklists, no manager roles, no accountability rhythm. Within months, Payroll exploded. Management fell apart. And his partner burned out. He didn't fail for lack of effort. He failed for lack of preparation. Winging it isn't entrepreneurial instinct. It's gambling with your restaurant's future. Next, how about the dabblers? The dabblers, they have a favorite word, trying. We're trying checklists. We're trying inventory. They dabble in the systems like a fad diet. New tool every month, nothing sticks. They love starting but hate sticking. And when you quit halfway, your team learns your new things, they have an expiration date. Kelly and Matt had beautiful systems on paper, checklists, procedures, but zero accountability. Once they started weekly manager check-ins and random audits, everything changed. Suddenly, the systems worked because they worked the systems. Consistency beats intensity. Dabblers talk about systems. Masters audit them. And this next one, this hurts. And I've been on Zoom calls with a lot of these. The know-it-alls. The know-it-all has experience. They've survived the grind. They really have survived the grind. They've built a name for themselves. They've seen it all. But they're stuck in what worked 10 years ago. They shoot down new ideas with, "We tried that once. It didn't work." They defend results instead of improving them. They tell themselves they don't need coaching. Everyone else does. I had a member named George. He told me flat out, "David, I've done all this before. I know your systems." And I said, "George, the question isn't whether you know them, it's whether your managers do." That flipped the switch. He stopped doing the work himself and started leading his team through it. Now they bring him reports instead of excuses. You can't grow. You really can't grow if you're busy right now. Knowing is worthless if you're not teaching. Think about that. What you know, if you don't share it with others, doesn't matter. Doesn't do you any good. Then there's the fourth archetype, the rare one. The restaurant pro who's committed to mastery. They've traded ego for structure, emotion for measurement, excuses for accountability. They don't just build systems. They live by them. Daily sales tracker, weekly inventories, labor targets by position, waste tracking, coaching momentum, audit checklists. It's not just paperwork, it's culture. Now, I said hi to him as we started here, but Ian, he's a perfect example. He built his restaurant from scratch, meaning he took over a business that was there, but it didn't have the systems in place. He didn't have the experience, went from brewer to restaurant owner. Started from scratch, putting those systems in place. And what has made it thrive right now wasn't luck. It was his hard work, his consistency, persistence. It was systems. Weekly inventory, clear labor targets, training managers to think for themselves. He's scaled without chaos, without losing control, without burning out. Freedom follows discipline. You don't master your business until you've mastered yourself. Now be honest with yourself. Where are you right now? I want you to do me a favor. I want you to drop it in the chat. If you're a winger, right? We're just winging it. We're doing everything from gut feel. I'm gonna have got this entrepreneurial spirit. Are you a winger? Put a W in the chat. Put a D if you're a dabbler. Remember, the dabblers try things. They start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. Every new idea you have as an expiration date, your team always wins. They fail to continue to do things because they know if they ignore it long enough, it goes away. If you're a dabbler, put a D in the chat. Put a K if you're a know-it-all. If you're just here on STS with DSP, see what this guy knows or doesn't know, or to prove to yourself, I don't know any more than you do. You know it all. You've seen it all. You've done it all. And the reality is, you know what? I haven't seen it all. I haven't done it all. I'm in my 23rd year of coaching. In 30 plus years in the restaurant business, growing up in it as an underage kid dishwashing. I still see new things all the time. But if you're a know-it-all, put in a K in the chat. And then if you're a master, if you're working towards mastery, put an M in. If you're Ian, and Ian, if you don't put a damn M in, I'm going to come through this screen and I'm going to grab you and choke you, brother, because you are kicking ass. If you truly are out there trying to learn and do, put systems in place, train your people, understand you need their help, you're always working towards becoming better, working towards mastery, put an M in the chat. There's no shame, no spin, just clarity. Because clarity is where growth starts. Here's your 7-day game plan to move from chaos to control. Pick one system. Pick one system. Start with one that bleeds you the most. Inventory, scheduling, or accountability. Pick it. Next, I want you to write it down. If it's not written, it's not a system. After that, train your team. Look, a 20-minute huddle beats 20 hours of micromanagement. Next, inspect what you expect. Audit daily. Correct anything you see going wrong immediately. And lastly, review weekly. Measure, adjust, repeat. I've seen it over and over again. Restaurant pros who pick one system, commit to it, and within weeks start seeing control, consistency, and cash flow. Now, I want to add to this. I want to talk about the Pygmalion effect. What is that? What is the Pygmalion effect? Smarter people have come up with this, not me, but it basically is this. People rise or fall to the expectations placed on them. Think about that. People rise or fall to the expectations placed on them. Here's the part that most restaurant pros miss. It's not just your team. It's you too. If you surround yourself with people who think small, you'll play small. If your managers are complacent, you'll start settling for mediocrity. But if you spend time around people who are committed to mastery, coaches, peers, team members who challenge you, you start believing you're capable of more. And that's when everything changes. When I believe my managers, my team, can't handle things, they won't. But when I believe their potential, I believe in their potential, and start coaching instead of correcting, they rise to meet it. And the same goes for me. When I surround myself with people who believe in me, my coaches, my team, my members, it pushes me to show up to be my best version, the best version of myself every single day. We rise or fall by the people who surround ourselves with. Period. The expectations you hold on for yourself determine how far you'll rise. Think about that. The expectations that you hold for yourself determine how far you'll rise. If you want a team that believes in excellence, start believing you deserve it. This weekend, I want you to do me one thing. Choose your circle. Surround yourself with people who push you towards mastery, not mediocrity. Because you can't outgrow your environment. Your restaurant will never rise higher than the standards you live by. Fire away with your questions, because whether it's systems, training, leadership, whatever's holding you back, that's what I'm here for. And remember, mastery isn't a destination, it's a decision you make every single day. If you're ready to make the decision and want help, I want you to reach out. There's the QR code. You see it every single week, self-promotion, I get it. But that's what we do. We surround you with coaches. We surround you with peers. We surround you with people who know more can happen, that we expect more and better from you and your restaurant and your team. And we give you the tools and the encouragement and the kick in the ass and the help to achieve it. Let's make mastery your default mode. That concludes my portion of STS with DSP. Now it's time for you and your questions. Let us see what we've got here. So I'm going to go backward here. We've got a good morning from Dante. Good morning, Dante. Good to have you. VaporX is in the house. Haven't seen you in a while, man. The robots are coming. I know the robots are coming, brother. Caleb says, I feel like I have a mix of all these, but definitely working towards mastery. That's great. And the truth is we do have a mix. We're human beings. And sometimes that trying out part, if you're working towards mastery, those are the stops where we're uncomfortable. We haven't learned. When you don't know, things are uncomfortable. When you don't know, they're hard to do. When they're hard to do, we tend to want to stop. The know-it-all part, oh, that is tough. Because I've seen that, done that. We've tried that. It didn't work in our restaurant. Well, it didn't work 10 years ago. Doesn't mean it doesn't work today. Doesn't mean you shouldn't try it. Doesn't mean you shouldn't think. See, here's the deal. With the know-it-alls, I want you to all understand. The most dangerous phrase in your business is, that's the way we've always done it. You're doomed. You're doomed if that's the case. So I appreciate you sharing that. Ian says, working on M. Haha. No, you are, brother. Dante says M. Awesome. Matt Plapp's in the house. America's Best Restaurants says, DSP baby, can't wait until the live event the week after Thanksgiving. Yep, December 3rd and 4th. Go to davidscottpeters.com. There's a live seminar, our 2-day seminar twice a year. I got Mr. Matt Plapp on the stage. He's going to share a couple hours, 1 hour each day on how to help market. But otherwise, I'm going to get you those systems to make change. Same systems I teach in our membership. Same systems you're going to learn in my book. Same systems that I've seen owners change their lives with for over 22 years. So go to davidscottpeters.com, go click on that live seminar, make sure you make it. And I'm going to tell you right now, whether you're a member or not, that's where everyone should get to. I can promise this, nobody's going to present the most boring information, more real world, exciting and entertaining than I will. I will get you home excited about counting shit. I will get your managers on board. They will be thrilled and excited about crushing your goals and move your business forward. Somebody's going to go home and have a manager want to quit. Either way, I did you a favor. So make sure you check it out. But in the meantime, let's see here. Now is time for your questions. Let's see how we're doing here on time. We're doing great. We've got about 10 minutes. I've got a group of you still on here, which is fantastic. I'm not feeling the bleed. I've got nothing for my team members. So now I'm stretching. There's about a 10-15 second delay between the time I say it, the time you see it. And then I need you to type in your question into your chat there. And then it's got to show up to me. Did I stretch enough? Let's see here. I'm going to give you an opportunity to type in your question. I'm going to answer it the best way I can. There's a bunch of you on here who did not give me your letter. Why didn't you give me your letter? Why didn't you tell me whether you were a dabbler, a winger, a know-it-all, or mastery? Are you afraid to put it out in public? Because here's the reality. By putting it out in public, by fessing up to what it is, it makes it real for you. It means you can change. And that's what is required. We as leaders of our restaurants have to be willing to change. We have to be willing to learn, become better. We have to try things and fail and restart. That's what we do. We don't settle for the status quo. Well, let's see here. I've got nothing in this chat. I've got nothing in this chat. I'm going to guess that you guys had enough of DSP and it's time for you to go have your Halloween parties if you have a bar. If you have a restaurant, close early. Let your team go out and have a good time. It'll be a fun night out on the streets. I hope you and your family have a safe, if you've got young kids, a safe walk through and get plenty of candy, plenty of good stuff. I hope you do what my parents did with me. We'd get back and we did it with our kids. You could eat all the candy you wanted when we got home. And then it got rationed. Shit went into the freezer and it would come out in their lunch pails and so on and so forth, just a little bit at a time, because by God, they're going to come home with a lot of candy. Nothing here on the comments, so that means you are done. I am done. I appreciate each and every one of you. And let me just double check that next week there is an STS. I think there is. There might not be because I have a race coming up. There is not. So the next Shoot the Shit actually will take place on November 21st. I've got two things going on. I've got a race in San Diego, and I'm driving immediately to Las Vegas for a 2-day Mastery Plus meeting. That is what we've got. I've got one question that did pop up before I go, and let me get this going here so I can see. And it's Dante. Dante says, how to get our servers to be ready before their shift. I don't mean to be a jerk, but this one's easy, but you have to be willing to set a policy and you have to be willing to let someone make themselves an example. If you worked for me, my rules were you had to be at pre-shift 15 minutes before your shift. Yes, they punch in and get paid for it. 15 minutes before the shift, dressed and ready. No wet hair, brush in hand, uniform over your arm. If you showed up, you were not ready for work. And I would either write you up or send you home. So if you're going to make a decision like I'm doing, see, understand, employees love rules. What they hate is inconsistency in management enforcing those rules. You have to be willing to do those things. Then for the next week at pre-shift, you tell everyone next Monday, the new policy is. And then you got to hold people accountable. It is really easy. What's hard is being willing to hold people accountable. But without accountability, they'll never change. That's it for us. I appreciate each and every one of you. We're going to see you in 3 weeks. Remember, no STS next week, the week after. Sorry about that, but travel schedule is not permitting. Go out there, kick some ass, everybody. If you need help, make sure you click on that QR code, or scan it, I should say. Get on a call with Ryan, learn about our membership, or go to our website, davidscottpeters.com. Upper right-hand side, I believe, there is the live seminar link. Come join us in Las Vegas, December 3rd and 4th for the 2-day live seminar. Go out there, kick some ass, everybody. Peace.